For this next short, I wanted to talk a bit about a moment that was crucial to the success of the Corps in that year. And in 1998, one story that stands out more than others is Denver. And the reason I say Denver is that for those of you that were there, it was trying. And to the staff, shout out to you guys. That was a tough spot for us all to be in. To the members and the performers, that was a tough spot for us to be in. You'll hear through all these different stories about, periods of adversity, food truck breaking down, people, shoulder pads, all sorts of crazy stuff. And there are times when a Corps will go through like a rough patch, like you're the 81 men for like 2 weeks. It's like the number doesn't even move, or like maybe everyone gets sick. But take that long period of time of adversity and compress it into basically a weekend. The Crossmen went on last in Denver, Drums Along the Rockies. And in those years, it was in reverse order from the year before. So a lot of times in those years, we'd be going on second, batting right before like Blue Devils, Cadets a lot, because we travel with them, YEA. And in Denver, it was like, wow, we have the opportunity to go on last. Like, this is amazing. We're going to close the show. And it was probably one of the worst performances that I can remember in recent memory. We had someone pass out. I'm not gonna say who it was, but shout out. So right next to me, passed out, and I remember a buddy was sitting there and he couldn't see because the contral was like, look out, look out. And as soon as everyone stepped off, big train wreck there. It was awful. It was really bad, I'll be honest with you. And I remember afterwards, tensions were very, very high. Spirits were very, very low. Things were said in uniform that should never be said. Eventually there was a free day where we could go around. Some of the older, members would go around, doing what kids do. And there was actually a Corps meeting, and people started calling each other out, members calling each other out. People on the staff were getting called out by members, vice versa. And a lot of us were like, wow, is the Corps gonna fold? I mean, it was as uncomfortable a moment that I've ever seen. And the fact that Drum and Bugle Corps was able to get through that moment and still bring that sucker home, I'm really proud of that, and to be able to forge through that. The nitty-gritty details of that are best enjoyed over a set of adult beverages, but for those of us who were in that moment, going through Denver is what made the rest of the year successful. If we hadn't had that Denver, I don't know if we would have brought it home as well as we did.